The Prime Minister Modi departs for his visit to Bhutan ahead of the Lok Sabha elections. This visit also comes amid China's expansionist attempts in Bhutan as the border talks between China and Bhutan take place. The Bhutanese Prime Minister was recently on a 5-day visit to India, his first foreign trip after assuming charge. The Prime Minister's visit is seen as signalling by India about the importance it attaches to Bhutan. The Ministry of External Affairs said, and I quote, "The visit is in keeping with the tradition of regular high-level exchanges between India and Bhutan and the government's emphasis on its Neighbourhood First Policy." My colleague Saurabh joins us from Thimphu in Bhutan. Saurabh, take us through the preparations being made.
Well, of course, this was a visit that had to be postponed because of inclement weather in and around Paro airport yesterday, but today the weather has improved and the visit has been postponed by a day, and the Prime Minister has already departed for Bhutan from New Delhi. He will be landing at Paro, where he will be given a grand welcome in a grand ceremony. From there he will travel to Thimphu, and all along the Paro-Thimphu highway there will be events to welcome him, several events with several children also welcoming the Prime Minister. In fact, yesterday we spoke to a group of students from the Royal Thimphu College who acknowledge that India-Bhutan ties have really not made incremental developments, but have made huge strides in the last decade or so. And that has, of course, something to do also with the fact that they say that the Prime Minister, after taking over as Prime Minister in 2014, chose Bhutan as the first country to visit. And therefore, the Bhutanese people, the Bhutanese government, the Bhutanese administration are aware of the special importance attached to this relationship. In fact, all along the road from Paro to Thimphu, you will also see posters like this, His Majesty the King of Bhutan and the Prime Minister of India, also the flags of both the countries, photographs, and then of course it says Bhutan, Bharat, Maitri, Amar Rahe, or long live the Bhutan-India friendship. And it is the focus on this Bhutan-India friendship. You mentioned there are several issues, several strategic issues, boundary issues that are also in play in the relationship, but obviously those are strategic issues that will be discussed. But beyond that, the larger context, the larger canvas of this relationship is something that we will see. There is also, last year in December, there was that announcement that was made by, the government of Bhutan of, honoring the Prime Minister. And that is also a very, very important, step for the Bhutanese. The Order of the Druk Gyalpo is the highest civilian honor in Bhutan. And that is something that, of course, Prime Minister Modi has been awarded. So it is very, very important. And you said, the timing of this visit is also important, just ahead of elections. This will also probably be his last foreign visit to another country before the elections start and before a new government is sworn in. So obviously this is something that everybody is watching very closely, but a huge welcome is going to be accorded to Prime Minister Modi as he arrives. It is on a grand scale all along the Paro-Thimphu highway. There are going to be performances, there are going to be songs, there have been prayer flags that have been put up, specifically to honor and to pray for the well-being of Prime Minister Modi. So it is a grand visit. It is going to be, till tomorrow. There are many events packed into this busy schedule, including meetings with His Majesty the King of Bhutan. But obviously this is something that everybody is watching. This is a very important visit, and the Prime Minister will land in Paro shortly after having departed Delhi to arrive in Bhutan.
Absolutely. Thank you, Saurabh, for bringing us those details from the ground. Continue tracking this story.